Hi everyone, Kim here. I am back on the Just a Scrappin design team, and for this challenge for this week it's using stencil and embossing. Now embossing can be embossing with embossing folder or heat embossing. I'm going to do heat embossing. Items I'm going to be using: worn lipstick, mowed lawn distress ink. I'm going to be using this image from the new Artistry Close to My Heart Cricut cartridge. This is on page 12 if you're using your Cricut cartridge directly. Otherwise, you can find it on the Cricut Design Space. And I used this layer and this one here, and that's where I'm going to put my stamp, my sentiment is what I meant to say. Use some embossing powder. Now I'm going to be using this really cool stencil set. This is from decoart.com and it's called Lori Speltzer's Instant Images. And the one that I got here, I have several of these, but the one I got, it's got little swirls with flowers, circles, and stars. I'm going to go ahead and use the one with the swirls and flowers. Now I'm going to go ahead and start just going to line up the stencil. I'm not too concerned about being absolutely perfect, but perfect enough. How's that? All right, so let's start out with mowed lawn. Now typically I would tape the stencil down, but I was not prepared. And you notice how I'm not re-inking my distress tool because I want it to be light in some places and dark in others. And my stencil is moving around, so I gotta be careful. Just super light in some places. Let's dump that off for a second. Stamp it off? That's not stamping it off, Kim. Okay. I think I got all the... Alright, so then I'm going to go in with my little dauber with a worn lipstick. And again, I suggest you take your stencil down. This one here is not a problem because I'm just going to line it back up. So my worn lipstick, I see a little flower here. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of color. Here's a sort of a flower right there. And these look like leaves. I'm going to go ahead and pretend that's a flower. I'm just giving it a little bit of color. I can come in here and how about a swirl? Give the swirl a little bit of color. So I've got that. I'll put some down here. I do want to put a little bit at the top. I'm going to have the die cut thing right there, so I'm not too concerned about putting it in the middle. All right, let's see how that looks. Oh, so pretty, isn't it? I'll go ahead and get a baby wipe after I'm all done, and I will wipe that down. Let's get the inks out of the way. And hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had to get up and turn my fan off so that my embossing powder didn't blow all over the place. I'm going to get a piece of scratch paper. I'll use the back of this. Now I just want to put this up closer to the camera. Isn't that so pretty? Look at that. Nice and subtle. All right, so there's that. I'm going to be using the Lawn Fawn Sophie's Sentiment Get Well Soon, and it just so happens that this fits on here perfectly. I cut this at 3.5 wide, in case you were wondering. All right, let's get my embossing buddy. Get all the oils and the static out. White on white, it's going to be hard to see. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit and put this behind my little mat, just so that I have a better angle at what I'm doing here. Gonna line it up. Hope my bed head is not in the way. Push that down. Get this guy out of here. This embossing powder is from Recollections, And I'm surprised that it's even still working per se, because I have not used it in a very long time. But I guess it doesn't spoil, right? Obviously. All right, so let's flick off the excess. I have a little dot right here. I'm going to try and get that with my finger. I don't have my little paintbrush handy, so. All right, so let's set this aside. I better put the lid on this because, oh my gosh, I'm such a klutz. I will spill it. And I'll put this away after the video is over. You don't need to watch me do that. And let's go ahead and I don't want to burn my hand. Beautiful. Okay, let's put that together. Get my glue. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun with this cartridge. I can't wait. I got a little glue booger there. And I'll do it here. Now, oops, my glue is spilling out on me too. I'm squeezing too hard. There we go. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. You can pretty much put anything here, and you could also use that as a little journaling spot. All right, so let's go ahead and pop this up. I'm thinking it'll be, I'll do a couple places. What do we have here? How about right there and right there? I don't know why I'm having such a hard time getting this off. Ah! It loves me. Gosh. All right. There it is. Get well soon. Oh my gosh. I love stenciling. I don't know why I don't do it more often. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Any questions, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you, all right? Have a great day.